This is the Reds Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Cincinnati Reds. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Good evening, Reds fans, and welcome to another edition of the Postcast, brought to you by Locked On Reds and the Locked On Podcast Network. I'm Tim Daniel. I am a lifelong Cincinnati Reds fan. I've been podcasting about this team for 5 years at publications such as Late Night Reds and the Riverfront, and I want to thank you all for spending some time with me tonight as we discuss the Cincinnati Reds getting a huge series clinching win in the friendly confines of Wrigley Field, 5-1 today. If you are just checking me out for the first time, welcome. We are so glad to have you here. Please be sure to follow along and hit that notification button so you can not only get my show after each and every Reds game, but you can get Jeff Carr and Stephen Offenbaker Monday through Friday on Locked On Reds. Today's episode is brought to you by our friends over at 5 Hour Energy. To go to 5hourenergy.com today and use my promo code LOCKEDONGolf to receive 20% off your order. Only valid through September 30th. Order transfusion-flavored 5 Hour Energy shots today. On tonight's show, first things first, my dear friend and yours, Billy DeVore of the New Nasty Boys, is going to join me. We're going to talk a Reds dub city at GABP. You know it. We're going to discuss today's game. We're going to get his thoughts on the performance as well. And then I'm actually going to go do the New Nasty Boys, so I get to make my debut there as well. We're going to talk about Miguel Andujar and Spencer Steer having big days. Miguel Andujar obviously making his first big Reds appearances today as well. And we're going to talk about Zack Littell, who, spoiler, is probably going to be the lockdown player of the game. I told Billy he could pick it, but he kind of gave me the vibes that was what was going to be. And of course, we're going to talk to you, my everydayers. This is going to be a lot of fun. I love having Billy on. It's even better when Billy comes on and they win.
This is what you'll be talking about.
It's even better when I click the wrong button for the introduction video.
I was like, wait, what is that? Oh, okay, I guess they're going to be talking about us.
So having out with me today is Billy DeVore, the Nasty Boys. Always a pleasure to spend time with Billy. He's become one of my regular texting buddies during Reds games now. So it's a lot of fun. And we're also wearing the same hat today, if you saw the thumbnail. So I had to turn mine backwards. So now we are one and the same because Billy did the same thing. But Billy, most importantly, for the first time since April, the Cincinnati Reds have won a series against the National League Central.
Huh, how about that?
That?
That is exactly what they needed to do. I think we've both probably talked about it, where it's like, it seems like one of the missing things is winning in their division.
Crazy thoughts. Yeah, crazy thoughts.
And they just went out and did it. About time. And in a sold-out friendly confines where we made it not so friendly. Doesn't that just feel good?
Yeah, especially considering Shota Imanaga looked pretty darn good for big stretches there. It was pretty scary.
Shota shoved, man. Shota, and isn't it just so surprising when you look at his metrics and you go and look at his baseball reference, or sorry, his baseball savant, and it's all very mid, and you're like, how does he do it? And then you watch him and you're like, oh, because he knows how to pitch.
Yeah, that whole thing. I mean, if you look at the first couple innings, the Reds kind of made him through a lot of pitches. It felt like they're going to run him out quickly, and then he settled in, and you're like, oh, okay. And then I don't know what Craig Counsell was doing, pulling him when he did, but I appreciate it. Shout out Craig Counsell. He went to the University of Notre Dame, so he's my guy. But he helped us out tonight. He did us a favor. So, Craig, you are appreciated.
Well, the spreadsheet said to pull him out exactly at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So with the analytics department at Wrigley, thank God it failed him.
Yes, because then Andrew Kitteridge, longtime Cardinal, came in and decided that he was going to throw some beach balls around today for the Reds offense to hit. And also shout out our former Central foe as well. You also are appreciated.
Yeah, it was just oh, we know this guy. We'll take it. We'll take care of this.
Yeah, but I mean, just all around big picture. So obviously, I'm not going to get too deep right now into Andujar, Steer, and Littell because, obviously, as you can see, we're going to have big segments on them. Kind of important to do a show and have things to talk about. But there are some
things to talk about.
Yes. Oh, okay, Jason, I see you also. I'm not alone in this world. All right, I like it. Mr. Wands in the house says extend Littell. It's conversation. He's a free agent. First impressions mean quite a bit, right?
Sure do.
But a couple things I want to discuss first besides Andujar and Steer. So Friedel tonight, 2 hits in the leadoff spot. Huge, big time. Yeah. Needed that. Jose Trevino, 2 hits tonight. And I literally was going to text you earlier when the lineup came out, and I was like, our text conversations are not as NSFW as they are here because we drop some bad words sometimes. We drop some profanities. And I literally had a text message that I typed you that I didn't send that said, why the F is Jose Trevino in the lineup tonight? And Tito went, that's why, Tim. That's why. Because
remember when he was like hitting at the beginning of the year?
Mm-hmm.
This is why. I mean, I get, he'll just get hot, man. And his weird swing will somehow find it on a weird pitch. And that's what Shota does. Weird can cancel out weird.
Yeah, you're right. And then Brian Hayes tonight comes in as the defensive replacement for Santiago Espinal.
Whoa.
It makes another insane freaking play. Like
my jaw dropped. I was just oh, okay. Yeah. And just the bare hand scoop throws, and then Cowboy said something during the broadcast. He was just like, this team, how they're going to win is great defense, great pitching, and putting hits together. It's like, yeah, that's exactly how they're going to do it. It's just this guy has to live up to it, and so far he has.
He has. And guess what? Everyone was like, well, he strikes out a lot. He has 1 strikeout. He's put the ball in play in every single one of his bats. Now, he doesn't have a ton of hits, but I'm very happy with this play. I talked about that on the show last night.
Well, think about this. Did you know that since the trade deadline, he has more home runs than Eugenio Suarez?
Actually, Suarez homer just like mere 20 minutes ago.
Oh, come on. I have my Mariners updates turned off. After we're done.
That's all right, buddy. It's okay. I didn't mean to rain on your parade by any means.
The same amount of home runs now. How about that?
Yes, works the same, and one's a significantly better defender than the other. So,
and one we're gonna have for a lot longer. How about that? And a lot cheaper.
Yeah, a lot cheaper. Absolutely, you're absolutely right there. Other quick highlights I want to make mention of. So don't do tonight, but Sam Maul today, very good.
Looking like vintage Sam Maul.
Very good.
Hitting the top of the zone with a fastball, then skidding him out with a sweeper, man. It's good to see him be fully back.
Yep. And then obviously, like we in Terry Francona's contract, it says Tony Santillan must pitch. So he comes in and gets the last out. What do you throw? 2 pitches? 1?
2. Yeah, just
2 pitches. 2 pitches.
Okay, I'm kind of warm. This worked. Okay, great.
Yeah, he was like, like in MLB The Show when you leave a guy on ready and waiting. And you're like, oh, crap, I was supposed to bring him in the game. Tony Santillan is just always on ready and waiting.
Yeah. Well, he's a big show guy. He's streamed with a couple other streamers. Like that's how he gets his work in. So he truly is ready and waiting. His PlayStation's on at the hotel.
Yeah. He's got a PlayStation portal. You turned it on. He's like, all right, I'm on the bus on the way back.
Right. Face it towards the hotel.
That's a joke that maybe only you and I are the only ones in this whole room that probably get, but
well,
we love it. So
stuff for us.
Yeah, great win for the Reds. Obviously a much needed series win. Glad to catch the Cubs as they're kind of struggling right now and a chance to go for a sweep tomorrow. But other guys today, Billy, who made some nice moments for themselves are Miguel Andujar and of course Spencer Steer. So we're going to talk about those guys and more right after this. This is a lot of work to do by myself here, by the way. Time to fuel up and turn it up with a 5-hour energy transfusion. It brings the bold grape, ginger, and lime flavors of your favorite golf drink, minus the alcohol, into a quick, energizing shot. Whether you're seeking birdies or just making memories with friends, this one's a hole-in-one of your energy game. Let's be honest, someday on the course or off it, you just need an extra boost to stay sharp and energized. I actually took a 5-hour energy the day before I went to the gym, and I hit a PR on the squat, guys. By PR, I hadn't squatted in like 4 years. So I switched my workout again. 5 energy got me boosted. I was up there putting banging and clanging again, brother, and it was a lot of fun. I absolutely needed it. But golf is all about good times with good people and good flavors, of course. The grape ginger lime flavor gives you the best parts of your clubhouse go-to without chasing down the bev cart. If you go to 5hourenergy.com, that is the number 5hourenergy.com, you can use my promo code LOCKEDONGolf to receive 20% off your order. This offer is only valid until September 30th on one order and cannot be used with other promotions. This code is not good on subscription orders. Whether you're meeting up with friends or trying to turn 18 holes into 36, get the energizing boost you need through order Transfusion 5-Hour Energy shots today. Summer sports are in full swing, and whether you're all about baseball under the lights like the Cincinnati Reds tonight, baby, golf on the green, or high-stakes soccer action, FanDuel is the best way to make every game even more exciting. You're already following the action. Why not make it a little more thrilling? With FanDuel, you can get on the game while you and your friends are getting sunburned at the beach. I used FanDuel tonight, and I said, I got a feeling Miguel Andujar is going to hit a home run tonight. He didn't know Spencer Steer, but it's okay because I will take it. I love FanDuel. I use it for all the daily promotions and the fun ways to bet. It's easy to use, fast to pay out, and makes even regular season games feel like must-watch events. Whether I'm placing a same-game parlay, which is very rare for me, I don't know about you guys, or watching a bet right into the ninth inning, FanDuel makes it feel like I'm part of the action. If you're new to FanDuel, new customers can bet just $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. Open the FanDuel app today or visit FanDuel.com to get started. Lots of buttons I have to click here when I'm by, so want to shout out my everydayers here on the postcast for spending some time with us here tonight, myself, and of course, having Billy here to hang out as well is definitely appreciated. If you are just checking me out for the first time, please be sure to hit that notification button here on YouTube. So you can not only get my show after each and every Reds game, but you can get Jeff and Steve Monday through Friday on Locked On Reds. And after you listen to us and then you're Locked On MLB Daily with Sully, go check out the new Nasty Boys with Billy and crew. It is, I will say this, and I think it's the most fun Reds podcast to listen to. It's the most like you get your insight. The jokes are funny because you guys are funny people, and you're kind of stand-up comedians, so it kind of helps.
Yeah.
And also, it's just a good time. It's just like low maintenance, have a lot of fun, and it's really bad to listen to when I'm doing cardio at the gym, by the way, because I will start laughing, and people will think I'm a hyena.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely not great, and I don't know about going to the gym, so I cardio, I'm confused. But yeah, dude, thanks, man. Like, we just try to make it fun and different from what you're normally gonna get. Instead of just people reading a spreadsheet or whatever, we're gonna make jokes. Like, we always find the funniest thing that happens that week, all across the league, and go to town. And we don't have any restrictor plates on. So we just get after it. And also, Will, you came in late. We talked about the play by Key Brian Hayes. Sorry that you're tardy. We were on it.
We were on it. Natty Ron in the house. What's up, Ron? How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Ron pops in occasionally here and there. He's a good time. So let's get back to the show. Let's talk about today's turning point.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
We're going to obviously use this to tie it to Seg 2 because that's what the kids call a tease in the biz. Ooh. And we're going to go with a Spencer Steers home run that put the Reds ahead and made it a 4-1 game. Noelvi Marte follows up with a nice hit as well. So absolutely take that for sure. Look at that. Nikita giving you some love.
I love to hear it.
And then we got old friend Kyle Wavera in the chat. So
I love Kyle.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Kyle's one of my other everyday Reds texters that just is like either this is really fun or WTF, what is going on? So yeah. definitely you need to have those friends when you root for this team. So
yeah, and Kyle's known to fill up a whole screen with a text. So he knows what he's talking about, and he'll let you know real quick and long.
Yeah, absolutely. Mr. Juan, stop it. Stop it, Mr. Juan. I know.
Oh, so what, he can get shelled in America? Because last time I checked, yeah. He was getting shelled in the minor leagues in Nippon.
So let's talk about Miguel Andujar and Spencer Steer today. So I think the first things first is shout out that, and we're going to get to Zack Littell to end the show, obviously. Just so everyone knows, Mr. Juan's joking. He's referring to a tweet I sent earlier. So it's not a real thing. So please don't attack Mr. Juan. He's my really good friend. But Miguel Andujar and Spencer Steer today. So Andujar was brought in for this reason. And Billy, I literally said this, I think, to end the show yesterday. I said, I am really worried that Miguel Andujar is going to be Asdrubal Cabrera. And we can say for a darn fact that he will never be Asdrubal Cabrera because unlike Asdrubal Cabrera, Miguel Andujar recorded a hit as a Cincinnati Red.
Okay, Miguel Andujar was a key piece in my fantasy team last year to help win the chip because I knew he was just a high average, high on base guy. And so I snuck him in my outfield and thinking on it. And I was like, and I saw the tweet come through about like who the Reds were targeting. And Andujar was on that list. And I was just like, you know what? This is like the perfect crawl move. And then you dug a little deeper, and it's like, 922 OPS against lefties, 113 weighted runs created plus against lefties. Okay, let's see him do it. And he went into the friendly confines and did it. It was, and a lot of it was just patient ABs too, working that count, getting his pitch. So it's real nice to see, knowing that this is much better than hand, foot, and mouth guy.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Godspeed Cutter Joe. But yeah, just like the two hits. So the double where just perfectly placed the ball in the outfield for PCA to just be out of his reach, even with the slide. And then PCA, of course, got that one off Ellie. That was like 104 off the bat. And I was like, come on, man. And then Spencer Steer says, like, I know I don't get a lot of hits these days and I should get more, but when I do, they count.
Yeah.
So
and is this the start of another Steer run? I mean, he's been real quiet the past couple weeks.
Yeah. So he was 0 for August going into today. He had two hits today, including the homer. So yeah, that was pretty awesome to see. And he just, there's something about Spencer Steer when he just has that swagger, when he like walks up and you could just see he's like carrying the bat from the on deck circle and you just know he's about to do something. He's one of those guys that just like kind of gives it away when he's locked in, where it's you better not throw me a breaking ball.
Yeah, because I'm going to level swing it and send it right over that basket. I'm going to hit a cup snake on the way out, too.
Yeah, I meant to say, too, so the Welvin Martes hit in the game, too. Is there anything better as an opposing fan of the Cubs than when you see a Cubs outfielder go?
No, there isn't. And, oh, man, I have fully given up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm over it. No, thank you.
I remember Dave Sapelt had a play in Wrigley when he was with the Reds before he was traded for Sean Marshall, where he hit a ball into the double like that. And you could tell it was just like the outfielder was like looking for a second. I think it wasn't Starlin Castro. I can't remember who it was, but it was like, just let it go, buddy. He's a double. So
yeah.
And it was one of like Dave Sapelt's like 7 hits that he had for the Reds. So
yeah. Also, what a pull did you have that in your notes? I feel like that was in your notes.
No, man. I got issues. I know way too much here.
I do too, man. We host Reds podcasts. We have a disease.
That's true. That's true. So Will asks, could Steer win a Gold Glove this year? I certainly think he's going to be in the conversation.
He's 8 outs above average at first base.
Yeah.
His first full year there, like you're at first. But then you have to ask yourself, too, is he truly the long-term solution at first? Is the production there enough?
Here's where I'm at with that. I think that there was a solid reason the Reds went got Brian Hayes, knowing that Sal Stewart was pretty close to the big leagues.
Even though they have him at third. They had him at third in Louisville tonight.
Makes you wonder. There's some interesting things going on here that the old Nicky and Brad got plans for. So you probably know a little more than I do on that, of course. But so also, as we're recording right now, it looks like the Diamondbacks are beating the Padres and the Mets lost tonight. So
let's go.
Isn't scoreboard watching fun? I've missed it so much.
Oh, it feels like it's been actual years since it's happened.
Yes, it does. Well, I told Billy he could introduce it, so let's go ahead and get to it for our final segment. Here is our Locked On Player of the Game.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
So the Reds went out and traded for a starter, and everyone's like, what are you doing? Why do we need another starter? Why are we moving the guy that we're paying $25 million to the bullpen? We don't need this flexibility. Rhett Lauder's going to come back. Well, guess what? We needed him, and he shoved tonight. Boy, howdy. What did the final line end up being? I don't have it in front of me.
7 innings, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts.
I'd say that's pretty good.
Pretty darn good. 3 hits. So I guess a really good lineup. I know the Cubs have been slumping, but still a really good lineup.
Yeah, and what I've noticed with the Cubs, just from following by doing like the Bleacher Bunch podcast, and kind of keeping it, I'm in their Discord, and they're just always complaining because they're Cubs fans. If Kyle Tucker isn't going, the rest of the lineup isn't going.
Yeah,
and he isn't going. But I'm not trying to take anything away from Zack Littell here. He was punching and getting that fastball perfectly on the edges, and then hitting with the splitter and hitting with that slider. He did leave one splitter up a little bit, and then his reaction was
to be expected. Yeah.
When as soon as he let it go, he just ducked. It was like, oh. So aside from that, a guy who leads the league in giving up homers, you kind of know when it leaves the tips. But if he can keep this going against this offense, imagine what he could do, I don't know, against the rest of the division, especially the people in the other team in front of you that's in front of the Cubs. Who knows?
So he'll pitch Sunday against the Pirates if everything goes as planned, which I don't know if anyone's looked ahead. Unfortunately, the Reds avoiding Paul Skeens is caught up to them because he's going to pitch Thursday. But it was a good run. So, we found a way to stay away from it. But, eventually it had to happen.
Yeah, but who closed the game for him?
Yeah, who knows?
Yes.
I mean, it's not like he knows either. So, but yeah, Zack Littell tonight, just awesome. His first Reds game. What a great debut. And someone asked it earlier, and I know it was, extending him. So he is a free agent at the end of the year. The Reds basically got him as a borrowing chip. And I've had some people who are like, they gave up Adam Zerwanowski. And I'm like, calm down. Calm down. But loved what they got from him tonight. Excited to see how he pitches against Pittsburgh. And then, so that means you're right, because in that case, he's pitching against Pittsburgh. So he'll miss the Phillies series. He'll pitch one of the first couple games in the Brewers series. So he's going to get the tour of the NL Central to start out. Yeah,
he's gonna have a much softer landing than Chase Burns did.
For sure. Yes, absolutely.
A lot easier.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we missed Skeens versus Burns by 1 day. I'm so bummed.
Man, talk about a fast game.
Yeah, it would have been awesome.
I would look at, honestly, extending Andujar if this works out.
I would too.
If this works, I mean, you're talking about someone that has been a need since the last time the Reds tried to make the playoffs in 2023 of just hitting lefties. And it's just been a gauntlet of if Nick Senzel could stay healthy, and he kind of did it.
He's doing pretty well in AAA Oklahoma City.
That's where he belongs. So, yeah. But that's just been a problem, Espinal's fine. He's just a slap hitter, but Andujar still has some power in that bat, and he's only, I think that he's 30. So I don't know.
Shout out Will, everydayer.
Okay, Will. I don't hate it.
Yeah. Ron says, I want the sweep. Ron, we want the sweep too. This is the $1 billion question. Who is available to borrow from the bullpen? Well, Tony Santillan, even if he wasn't, he's available.
Yosevar is available.
Scott Barlow, even if he wasn't, he's available.
Yeah.
Emilio Pagan hasn't pitched since the Friday Braves game?
Wait, no, Pagan pitched last night.
He pitched last night. I'm silly. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so Yosevar's available too. May's available.
Mm-hmm. There's some guys. Not much, but there's some guys.
Honestly, Ashcraft's available, dude. Just keep it rolling.
Yeah, it sounds like Nick Bartez is going to get the Lodolo spot too, and it sounds like the way Tito's describing it, it's not going to be long. So
I mean, but we've run into this problem with Lodolo with his blisters before, and I think that's honestly why he was avoiding throwing that curveball so much this year. Not just because of the bat, but because of the way he grips it.
Yeah, I think you're right. But we are running long on time. My bosses are going to yell at me. So let's go ahead and wrap this up as the Cincinnati Reds are victors tonight against the Chicago Cubs, 5-1. The Reds have 5 runs on 9 hits, 1 error. The Cubs have 1 run on 4 hits, no errors. Your winning pitcher tonight is Zack Littell. He is now 9-8 on the season, 1-0 as a Cincinnati Red. Your losing pitcher tonight is Andrew Abbott. He is now 2-3 on the year, sitting at that 4.28 ERA. And the Redlegs go for the sweep tomorrow as all-star Andrew Abbott takes the hill at 2.20 in the friendly confines. He is now 8-1 with a 2.15 ERA. He'll be going against Cubs Cade Horton, who is 5-3 with a 3.42. He's actually really, really freaking good. I hate to say it, but he is. So first, 2.20. So I'll be here in the late afternoon. Billy, thanks for spending some time with me tonight. I'm excited to go do your show as well. Everyone, I'm Tim Daniel. Have a great one. Enjoy the evening. I'll see you all late tomorrow afternoon. Go Redlegs. Let's break the brooms out tomorrow.
Go Redlegs.